Hello there, this is my 754 that I was currently restoring. This is the one that I had going a few months ago, or about a year ago. This is a 5610 engine in here. I know I've got to change the manifold on it to suit for the 5000 series, but it was the only engine I can get a hold of at the time. I've currently got all the front axle apart, which I'll show you that in a bit. I've got a chainsaw at the top here because these were a little stiff. I did have them loosened up a bit to use, but they got a little tough. I've put new bushes in the top link cover. I've got new seals in there. I've got new filters on the hydraulic pump and all cleaned out. The only thing I've got to do is I've got to take this off, tow hitch off. I've got one bolt out and the other one at the back, left hand side snapped, and the other one on the right hand side is a bit tight. I think that's probably going to snap, and then I've got a different size one in here. But then I've got on here to go, I've got a 5610 pickup hitch for one of my trailers that I use. It's a bit easy to have a pickup hitch. I've also got to get these pins out of here due to, I'd like to give these a good polish up and clean up, and so my plan is to take this off and then get a scissor jack out of an old car and put across and see if I can put a bit of pressure on this over time. But I've been spraying them in WD-40. I've also got to rebuild this bit due to the fact is that I can turn this around, and this bit here where you were meant to adjust it doesn't actually move, so I don't know if that means something's broken or what it is. I've currently got this hub off. It's all covered up at the moment because I'm waiting for a lock and washer for it. There's the old filter right there for it. I've currently got the handbrake thing off because I've just cleaned it all up and painted that. I've got new seals on the on the prop shaft output shafts, and I've replaced the seals on the back axle main shafts there. As you can see, I've painted some of it. I've got a little bit more paint to do. I've got to try and get this patched up. I guess the chap that I had it before me decided to do a bit of trimming. I'm not really 100% sure. I noticed that when I was doing it, there's also patched here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I guess it must have been broken. There's the, if you can see the actual number on it or not clearly enough, but it's 8K03B, and underneath it's got 7020 on it. And there's the engine there. I've got all the front here to sort out, and the fan blade needs a bit of a good clean up, but other than that the engine runs alright. It's not been rebuilt. I'm not going to rebuild it at the current stage. I'm planning on just getting the back end done, front axle done, get it going, because eventually I'm going to build a garage and then I'll split more in there. I've got to take these off, clean these up, and put a new steering system on, as I'm going to put a Danfo stuff from Agriline on it, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I'll show you the other bit. I currently took prop shafts off a while ago, and one of them here that I got, and this one side's not too bad. I could probably clean this one up and get use out of it, but as you can see they're quite rusted along here. I probably could just put paint on them, but on this side, as you can see, she's that rusted that I couldn't even put the circlip back in, even if I took it apart. And the same as this side, if I took this out, I wouldn't get the circlip in. All that's holding those UJs in is the rust. I managed to accumulate two older ones. They're slightly longer. I reckon they're for the 600 series, the 6-cylinder series, sorry. But I'm not 100% sure. But I was hoping to rob these bits off on this one and this one, and then all I need to do is just get another one of them to put on there, sort of thing, to do it. But these UJs are in a bit of a tad bad way, but I'm hoping that I could make something up with them, and then all I'd have to do is just get one end there. But and other than that, it's not too bad. The steering box I've stuck under here, she works. I did use her, as you can see in the video clips, but where the actual piece went on for your hand throttle was a bit rusted away. But yeah, I'll show you the rest of it in a sec. This is currently the front axle. I have cut off the old pin, as you can see, as it's a bit worn, and I've just got to replace it. I've got to put a bit of weld in here because I accidentally cut a little bit too much and build it up with weld just to level it off again, and then that's ready to be wire brush down and painted. And my clutch pedal here, which I've got the metal piece in there, and then there's a bush, and then there's a pedal. I've got to push this out and put a new bush in. That's a bit naffed. Do excuse the mess in here. In fact, do mind the mess. This is my little shed. My old tractor don't actually fit in here, so that's one of the hubs here. Front hubs. As you can see, I've taken a piece off where the prop shafts go onto. That's where the machine shop at the moment, getting lathed out, because obviously the grooves, same as the front bit there. I've got the other one here all pulled apart, ready for the new bearings to go in, and I'm just waiting for the gasket to turn up to go around here, and the shims to set it all. Got some bits there to paint. There's a crown wheel. As you can see, it's actually in really good nick. This had a little bit of water in this side. I'm guessing it must be condensation with it sitting for years, and the bearings had collapsed. So instead of just replacing the 2 or 3 bearings that were collapsed, I've replaced a whole lot, and I'm also going to do it in that hub over there. And I've got the other hub all painted sort of there for that sort of side, which is quite cool. Other than that, I've got all my other bits, all the seals to go into there. Just waiting literally to thing. This is the new pin I was telling you about. This is thanks from A.T. Osborne. In fact, all my spares I've got mechanically wise, like bearings, seals and things like that, I've got from A.T. Osborne. They're really helpful guys, and they sent this, and I'm 8,000 miles away from them. I'm not sure if any of my viewers are aware, but I'm actually from the Falkland Islands. So that's a new pin that's got to be welded on for the front. I've got a starter motor there that I'm going to rebuild for, and I've got all my, I don't know, we won't see, but in there, got all the seals that you have to soak for 24 hours at least, minimum. I just kind of chucked them in and left them to it. I've got all my other bits for the front axle all sitting in there for the housing to be rebuilt. This is the bit all for the front hub that I got pulled apart. This is another starter motor I had, but it worked, but it was very dodgy, so I'm hoping to take the solenoid off this one and put on to the other one that I had. This dynamo is off another machine that I was given, that I cleaned up, which I was going to put on my 2610. Now my 2610 is a different story, and I'll show that on another video that I've currently restoring for the last 4 or 5 years. I only do it in spare time, and it takes quite a length of time to sort of do it. But this is me, by the way. And don't forget about the hat, obviously. I do apologise if the video is not too good, but I'm only doing this off my phone. I don't get no payment for any of this. I watch a lot of YouTube clips, and I know a lot of people get small payments for doing these sort of things. I don't do it. I'm doing this for you to watch what I'm doing. I would like it if you commented and subscribed. I do apologise, I'm not putting them up as frequently as often as I'd like. I'm hoping to get some better cameras and all that, but due to that I'm actually planning on building a garage and sorting things out. It makes life a little difficult and a little hard to try and keep you up to date with the machinery side, because I only literally do come out in the evenings and do only 5-10 minutes of work on them. But I'm thinking about getting a little camera and a tripod and setting up on the bench over there and see if I can not keep you amused for a little bit longer. In my front counterweight, I do apologise if it's a bit dark in here. Lighting's not the best in this shed. We only bought the place a short time ago, and I've made do with what I got, sort of thing. I bought it about a year ago, and this was a shed that came here. I literally just waxed and ply on it to help insulate it, and basically after that, as you can see, filled it with junk. But I've got my new throttle bit up there, and I've got a few other air breather bits that I've collected over time, and as you do. But yeah, it's all good fun. I will show you next. I don't think I've got anything else in here. I don't edit none of these. As I record them, is as they are. There is no beating around the bush. I'll lock this because I reckon probably be suited. I can't really do too much today, this evening, due to the fact is that the kids are not well, so I'm summoned to be looking after them. I don't know if all you county fans, you're probably aware that county should have a Victor cab on it, but the Victor cab is in a bad way. There's new rubber for the old girl. These are 4 of these are for my 2610. The other 2 are for my county dual wheels that I've got. But there's the mudguards for the Victor cab and the front bits, but the rest of it was in a bad way, and it was not really worth me restoring the cab for it. But that's my 2610 with a 4600 front axle. The front axle used to be on that. And this is my little invention for towing around half tractors when I collect them up. I mean, you just bolt this plate on, jack her up, put on your ball, hitch your rover, and away you go. Cruisers. This is my Duncan cab. It's even got the serial plate still on it. Here you go, I don't know if you can see the number. It's S1201. Approved for a 4600. Or approved for use with a 4600. The cab needs a bit of work doing to it. It's not in too bad a nick. I used to use this old girl, but something went wrong in the back axle, so, and instead of fixing it up, I had the chance for a county. So I've got a weld plates in here. I couldn't find the metal I needed for the plates, so I've got 3 of these I'm going to weld together, and then that'll do the job, and I'll do the same down that side. I'm also aware that this cab's going to need modifying to go on the thing, but I know it can be done because someone else has done it beforehand. Putting a cab on there, and I'll show you the old rims that I got for the cab that was on the county. These rims are in a pretty bad state. I've got another set to clean up and put on. The mate sent down from the UK for me. But I'd like to think that maybe, as you can see, she's broken right through in there, which is not good. Tyres are pretty bad in condition wise. There's probably 2 good tyres out of the whole lot. I'm imagining she was sitting on a bit of a beach salt line, and salt air and water was getting to it for a while. But it's about 1:30. I'm not sure if you've watched the first video clip, but the first video clip I ever put on YouTube, which was only a quick one, was of an exhaust stack on a 130. Well, that's it there. I'll do a better video on it afterwards. The bracket has broke underneath. It's been on there for coming up near 2 years, I think. This is also a tipper, but I'll do a good review around the Rover another day to keep you all interested if you want to. It's an ex-government one that was rebuilt and resorted, but really nice Rover. Engine's been rebuilt before I got it, and I just use it as a work truck, really. Alright, I don't know if it's going to be too dark in here or not. I'll tie the door back, probably be a bit later for you. And there you go. In here I have all the bits for the Duncan cab. I've got my doors, my cab, the fuel tank, which is the original county fuel tank, my exhaust system that I had on a tow hitch, and a few other bits that I've got, and the mudguards off the Duncan cab. I'm currently looked at a site and I can actually buy 2 new wings for the Duncan cab for 300 quid, and I'm thinking about purchasing them due to the fact is, by the time I spend the money on trying to make that and freight it all down 8,000 miles, I think it would be cheaper for me just to buy the actual mudguards that's there. I don't know what everyone's views are, but I got this little heater box and matrix system out of an old thing. I've currently painted it up and got it all working. I don't know, because I'm putting a Danfoss steering system on, I'm thinking about trying to modify that under the steering system with it to have as a demister for the window cab on the county. There's a new lawnmower, electric start, which is pretty cool. Works like a treat. There's Tiggs, one of my cats. Got 2 cats somewhere. But yeah, hope this video is good enough for you. And like I said, if you want a video of something different, I know someone put a comment on asking for an update of the county, and I have to be truthfully honest, I didn't really do much of an update, so I thought I'd go around and give them a bit of an update. But do please comment, rate and subscribe, as some would say, and there's a hole there, and let us know of your thoughts, and if you think I should do anything else, I don't know, if you think I'm doing something and you think I've got a better way to do it, please don't hesitate to mention it. I don't mind being told, I'll admit if I'm wrong, and I like to have everyone's sort of input on different things, especially if you're doing something, and I I like guddling around with tractors and restoring them, but I'm no expert, especially counties. My 2610, I had that apart over there. I had her apart, pointing, well, trying to do this is quite difficult, and built her up. I literally started with the back axle of her. I'm trying to work out how to put photos on YouTube, but with a video. So once I've got it all sorted and set up, I'll show you some working videos. And just another quick thing, I've got this working. This is nice and easy now, it's not hard as anything. I'm currently going to put a dual spool valve on here. So this hasn't been thingy too much. I've got all these taped up because I don't want them getting rusty for the bits for the arms once I finally get them sorted. But obviously I've got to put the pieces on for the arms. The pins are different for the thing. I've also got a DC's. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier on in the video. DC's this, because obviously that's not going to work too good for the draft control if this isn't free. And it is seized. I had to hit it with a sledgehammer to try and move it. I managed to get this pin to move a little bit, and eventually got it to come out. But the other pin there is proven to be slightly more tricky. So any ideas on what to soak it or to spray it? I've just been spraying WD-40 on it, hoping for the best. I've also got the new seals to put in here and in here, but I've got the other side apart, so I can't do that at the moment. Oh, there's Skittles, my other cat. He's from the farm. I'll paint these, paint all the engine, and I'm guessing, I'm not really sure on these injector pumps, but I've got to take this off because this gasket's leaking in here. I don't know if you can see, it's leaking. I don't know if it's diesel it's leaking, but these injector pumps, I'm led to believe, actually contain oil. I'm not sure if it's oil in this whole thing that keeps them lubricated, or if it's just oil in a certain section. I'm led to believe that's your level you want it at, but I don't know how you fill it up as such. So I've got to try and work all that out yet. So, but yeah, apart from that, it's a 300 TDI starter motor on there at the moment. As you've seen, I've got another one, but no water in the engine. She's a bit full because she's on a bit of an angle. I've got the drain bung out at the moment because obviously it's sat like this for all our winter. We're coming into our summer, so I'm hoping to get it all painted and hopefully get her sitting on her wheels. But I ain't getting those bits back from the machine shop until January, so it makes life a little bit difficult. It means I've got to wait, but it also gives me time to catch up on everything on this side. So you can see everything moves, works. Can't complain. I've got to tighten that up after rebuilding. I've put all new seals in this. I don't know how long they'll last because they're a bit coarse, but that's just one of the things. Toodle pips, and like I say, thank you for watching. I'm not very good at this video thing, that's why I hardly don't talk that much on these things, but I'll probably get better once I get confident. Please do comment. I really would like to hear your views on everything, and give us a thumbs up if you think it's good, or if you don't think it's good, give us a thumbs down. To be truthfully honest with you, I'm not really too worried if you don't watch it. I don't really care if you don't comment or subscribe. I'm doing it for just letting people know if they're doing something. I was currently trying to work out how to change a lot of these sort of things, and most of the stuff I've done on like here is guesswork, or phoning my company that I got my spares from in the UK, which I take my hat off to. So I thought it would be nice to actually try and do some video clips of something. This side I'm hoping to record me actually doing this side. I probably won't record taking the seal out, as it's a bit of a faff around because I don't actually take this piece off. I kind of bend it and chisel it and get it out this side. But I'll probably record me putting the new seal in, popping it in, and then I'll probably record taking this apart, or take a video of inside it and what you have to do to take it apart. But it's really hard because I'm only using my phone, so I don't actually have a way of like a tripod or anything yet. But if enough people's interested in me doing these sort of videos, then I think I might have to invest in a tripod to put up. But like I said, all this is off my own back. I don't get no paid promotions. Everything you see is just things I've collected or bought, or acquired. So do just enjoy, really. I'm not doing it for any other reason, to be truthfully honest. I don't see the point. I don't know if any of this helps. I've got an E1017C on this side. I don't know if you can actually see that. There you go. The phone's not too bad, really, for doing this. Like, I could come up with something better, but and I'll catch you later. Thank you, and this is from me. Toodle pip.